Hey everybody, this is Rykard here again, and welcome to another Pokemon Showdown video that I'll be providing for you today. I'm using my good old UU team today, and this battle actually happened on my stream the other day. I've been streaming actually a lot more recently, so if any of you are interested in coming to watch that, I always post a notification when I am streaming, but I also would appreciate if you give me a follow on twitch.tv/Rykard3 if you would like to come and join. Well, let's just jump into this right now. I decided to lead off with my Mienshao as my opponent leads off with Swampert. Decided to just U-turn out of there. Don't want to risk a Scald Burn. Don't want to risk an Earthquake either if it was Mega Swampert. So we'll go out into Jellicent, and then I know being faster after seeing leftovers now, because it's probably not max speed, I can probably taunt it, get rid of its ability to set up Stealth Rock. It actually reveals Toxic there, but this is going to allow me an opportunity to just freely go for Scald on anything on his team, and he brings in a Sceptile. And fortunately for me, I get the burn, which is awesome. So it allows me to actually go on an Umbreon right now, fearing neither the physical nor the special set. And it seems that I've been seeing more so the physical set lately than the special one. But I'm just going to put a Wish up in the air as he has to switch out of there. And he brings in Sylveon, meaning that I have to switch out. And I always love when I'm able to actually switch into Entei with a Wish in the air against fairy types like this, because it basically allows me a free opportunity to go for either Sacred Fire to get potentially a burn or another move. I go for the Stone Edge there, though, predicting the Chandelure to come in, and then knowing a Swampert was going to come in, potentially fearing the Toxic, I decided to go into Umbreon to try and synchronize it over, but he just sets up rocks, and I put a Wish in the air again. And this time around, I know that because he had Scald last time, maybe I could get a burn here, and then Earthquake wouldn't kill me because I have the Wish. It looks like I actually do get the burn, which is fantastic. It's kind of why I really like using Entei, because of Sacred Fire. So I'm able to take very minimal damage with that, and then go for the Protect on the next turn, just to get some more leftovers recovery. It's very important for this Entei to stay healthy, especially because it's the only thing on my team that packs priority, and it's probably the strongest physical attacker on my team as well. But he's going to go for another Scald. Swampert's burned now, though, so he's going to slowly rack up damage over time. And just consistently go for Scald, maybe try to get a burn on my Umbreon. Either way, it's not really going to matter too much because I do have the Heal Bell on it. But with the Wish in the air, I know that I could probably live anything, obviously, from this guy, and decide to just go for a Foul Play to maybe get some more damage on the Swampert. However, Sylveon comes in here, and not wanting to take the Rocks damage with Entei this time, now that they're up, and also not wanting to take a super effective hit with my Umbreon, I decide to go into my Gligar. I'm able to actually take the Hyper Voices decently well, and can just consistently roost these off. But now he goes into Sceptile, and I wasn't still sure what set he was running, and I was wondering, well, why would you go into Sceptile and Gligar if you're physical? That doesn't make sense, so he must be going for like Leaf Storm or something like that. But it turns out that he actually doesn't even have Leaf Storm, but he does have X-Scissor, which I thought was very interesting, because I have never seen that on Sceptile before. But I did get a Wish in the air, so this is going to allow me a free turn to protect and get my health back up, and then I see him go for Swords Dance. So I'm like, alright, well, I have to go into my dedicated physical wall that can pretty much take everything ever, which is Avalag. A +2 X-Scissor, it's unstab, it does like 22%, which means that I'm able to actually just recover up all the health that I just took from Stealth Rock and from the attacks that I took from the Mega Sceptile. But he's going to go into Conkeldurr here, and I honestly have not seen a bulk up Conkeldurr this entire gen. So when I saw that, initially I freaked out, and I was like, alright, well I need to go into something that can at least get a status on it. I try for the burn, it doesn't happen, but knowing that I'm faster, I can just go for the Toxic on this turn. And if anything, even though it does activate his Guts, it puts him on a timer, so he won't be able to, like, destroy my entire team. He decides to go for the knockoff here. I knew that was going to happen, so it allowed me to just roost up and get off some health while he, you know, wastes a turn of toxic damage as it's slowly racking up now. And he decides to bulk up again, which I thought was a very interesting play right there. But I'm going to be able to resist the Drain Punch. And this turn, which is about to happen right here, ended up kind of being the key play of the game. I go for Roost here, expecting to die no matter what, but at least to try to like do something to this guy before I go down. And he actually switches out, which I don't understand why he did that. I understand like not wanting to lose Conkeldurr, but he would have took down my Gligar, and instead now I have like a 75% health Gligar, which is a huge issue for him, because now if he does bring the Conkeldurr back in, I can just go back into Gligar, and he can't do anything about it. But I put up a Wish. He goes for Toxic right here. It's not going to matter, because as you see right now, I'm just going to go for the Heal Bell, and it's really going to just completely negate everything. He decides to go for Roar, though, and it actually roars me on a Mienshao, which obviously is going to really do nothing, especially with a Wish in the air, and because this is my kind of bulky-ish Mienshao. And I just go for the knockoff right there to take it out. he brings in Sylveon right now, and I actually did a little bit of a calculation to find out if I could live this Hyper Voice with my Assault Vest, and it turns out that I actually can. But I decided not to risk it because I don't actually know what this Sylveon's spread is. If it's running any special attack, chances are I won't be able to take it. But I go into Entei to take the Hyper Voice. He goes for a Wish and then tries to pass it off on a Conkeldurr. I don't think that was the right play to make personally because that was obviously going to kill. But he brings in Chandelure here, and I'm like, well, Shadow Ball, I can take like 4 of those with Biancho. Actually, I could take 3 of those. But anyways, it allows me a free opportunity to now go for knockoff. And now here at this range, I know I cannot live a Hyper Voice. So at least I get the item off of Sylveon. It's not going to get leftovers anymore. So I just U-turn out into Entei to take the Hyper Voice. As you see right there, it only does about 25%. Meaning that this will allow me to just go for a Sacred Fire right here. Again, 50% chance to burn, which is awesome. I could live another Hyper Voice if he wanted to go for it, but he just throws up a Wish. And this is great for me because I actually just go for Stone Edge right here. I've had a lot of instances in the past where I've been up against Sylveons that just protect on my Sacred Fires, and then I get like PP stalled. So I went for Stone Edge there knowing you had to protect right there, and even if he didn't, it would have killed. And then he brings in Crobat, and I'm like, alright, well, I know that if he wants to Brave Bird me, Avalugg is going to just, like, destroy his health because of the Rocky Helmet. So he ends up losing a huge chunk, and then I just go for Recover right here, as he goes for Defog, which I don't know why he went for Defog, because I think at this point, it actually benefits me for him to get rid of the rocks, as opposed to him to just keep him up. But I just go for the Earthquake, expecting either the Roost or the Chandelure switch. And as you're going to see right now, I'm going to have a little mini sweep with Avalugg at the end. Avalanche is going to easily take out the Crobat. And then obviously Sceptile being a physical attacker, Avalanche is easily going to take this out with the Rocky Helmet damage as well. So that is it for this video, everybody. It was a lot of fun to play this one. And like I said, I've been doing a lot of streaming lately, so I hope to see you all come out. It's been a lot of fun for me to get back into it. And I'm trying to, prove that I am back from the dead after my year-long hiatus of not playing, because I'm getting ready for the Sun and Moon games to come out, which I will be posting a ton of video content on when that happens. But as always, everybody, thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time.